Hello, we're in Panama. We're getting ready to go back home, but we just spent like a week here in Panama. It is amazing. There's a lot of cool stuff to do, and we even found some stuff. Tiffany likes all the animals. I love that Panama Canal, and we actually did a trip through it. You can look out there, all the palm trees. The weather is just amazing. It's 49 degrees in Vegas last night, and we're here. It's 88 degrees here. We were out at the pool where I'm like sitting in the sun now, wondering if we can go sit in the shade somewhere because we're right in the front. Tiffany likes it hotter than me, so
Q.
she's even more
I'm
happy.
Tifftravelstheworld. That's what they know me as.
And Q. That's
Yeah.
Tiff Travels the World. But anyways,
We're supposed to be doing a review on Panama, and he just doesn't give an intro or anything. But go ahead, Q.
we'll start again. Tiff Travels the World, and Q is doing a review on Panama. Panama, that's what it says.
Okay, first of all, our trip was through a company called Alexander and Roberts. Many people love this group, but I'm really like, I could figure it out all myself, but it was cool. We met like 8 people with our group, and if you're a person that likes to meet other travelers and hang out, it's a cool way to do it, but we could have gone just by ourselves.
I think we did really good with the trip because I started breaking down all the different things, and the prices were about the same. Like if you do a hotel here and do a trip there, because you could just find a hotel and do day trips every day. But honestly, I think you're better off because we got a great tour guide. They did some stuff that you never could do on your own, like traverse the entire Panama Canal Zone from one end to the other. They only do
Okay, no, you can book that. You just got to make sure you book it on the correct day of the month. And so, yeah.
I wouldn't know where to book that, or I couldn't find that online myself. But that right there is probably a few $100s, and then once you get to one end of the country, well, sort of in the middle, but one end, then some people had to ride all the way back to the hotel where they started, where Alexander and Roberts had it set up where we went right down the road and got into a tropical rainforest resort, which was kind of nice.
We stayed at the Gamboa Resort, which is in the middle of the jungle, and we also got to take a canoe ride to visit the Embera tribe, which was waiting for us. We had lunch with them. They showed us their different artwork. He thought it was the best fish he's ever tasted in his life.
It was really good. They got some, what kind of, was it tilapia they said? They caught some, I don't know, maybe it was a different kind of fish. I don't remember the kind of fish, but they caught fish that morning and they deep fried it to us and fed it to us with some platanos. Oh, it was so good.
And those are fried plantains, and they had it like wrapped in a banana leaf.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, there was a pig there that was like their pet, but you didn't know it was their pet. It just came up and was hanging out with us. The kids had a little monkey that they were playing with that was kind of like their pet, even though they really don't want you to have like pets like that. I think the local people are against, like having birds and stuff like that. But there was one woman that, she works at La Fonda. Well, she's the owner of it. She helped us learn how to make ceviche. So we actually went to a market. We bought the fish, the fresh fruits. We drank chicha, which is like a nutritious drink here. But in the States, I feel like it's just like a sweet coconut drink.
Well, the thing is there's like a traditional way to make ceviche, and she taught us that because Panama is like a mesh of all kinds of different cultures all blended together. And like even the Indian tribes have a lot of influence from the Spanish and the English and other people. Because people going back to the 1500s, the Spanish came in, took over, and they were fighting the French and the Portuguese and whoever else and the English. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So like I said, they brought their culture in, but then they meshed with the Indian tribes.
Yeah, so the Panamanians are pretty much African, indigenous, and Spanish mixed, and they're beautiful. You can tell that they're mixed.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of the tribes of course got wiped out. There's only like 4 left out of 15. 7 left out of 15 or 16, but they showed the different areas where they live, and each one has their own unique little twist on stuff, which is kind of cool. But like the Molas are from the Sandblast Indians, which are Ghana now. What were they called? The Molas were the Ghana Indians. The Sandblast Islands is part of the Ghana tribe.
I
might have that mixed
Ghana.
up. What tribe was it then?
Guna.
Guna. I don't know how to say it right.
Guna tribe, and most people I don't think know what molas are.
Well, a lot of people do. If you've been to Panama, you've seen a mola.
Okay, a mola is like the different artwork that they do, and actually it is for protection, and it used to be actually on their skin. So the paintings and the different shapes and everything were on their skin to protect the women. And once they became more modernized and had to start wearing clothes, that's when they started putting the mola on fabric and started wearing them. Now they're really expensive and authentic handcrafted items that you can purchase here from the tribes.
Well, she is right about that, and they made them put clothes on, and they're used to doing like these temporary tattoos that last like a week at a time. So they would do all these designs on it, and that's the origination of the mola.
Your face isn't on there.
I know, halfway. I was focusing on you. You're better looking. So, but
Okay, so our trip basically, if you want to come to Panama, the locks are a huge deal. So you can go from one end to the other, but it did take 8 hours. A lot of people were impatient, but we liked it. So we were good with it. Then we went to the jungle, the Gamboa jungle, stayed there, and then finally we're here at the West End, La Playa Bonita, on the beach. It's gorgeous. We had such an amazing time here hanging out the pool and at the beach. And where it's home right now is like 30 degrees, and here is 90. Yeah, Panama is a trip you want to take.
that's back on the Pacific side. Panama City is right here. That's where we started.
What's your face on?
We started in Panama City, then we went to the Atlantic side, which is north, and then we came back. We drove back, and now to the Western Playa Bonita.
We didn't drive. We had drivers.
Well, we drove. We rode on the boat to get to the Atlantic, to the Caribbean, and then we got a ride back. We had a driver every day, and they met us there, which was nice, and brought our luggage and everything. I think Alexander Roberts did pretty good.
We totally forgot about Old Town. We started off in the Old Town, which is so amazing. And we stayed at the very first hotel they had, called the Central Hotel. We had a beautiful room there. It's amazing in the Old Town. We learned about the rums. We learned how to make chocolate. Dark chocolate, though. I like milk
Tiffany
chocolate.
didn't like the chocolate.
I didn't like the chocolate. It's too rich.
It was like a dark chocolate, but they showed us how the plants form into chocolate, and you could pick your own toppings to throw in. It actually was okay, but chocolate, I'm not a dark chocolate fan either. I like milk chocolate, like Tiffany. But it's neat. I got this little hat.
I probably should have been wearing mine.
She has a Panama hat,
Panama,
too.
darlings.
It's kind of nice because honestly, the sun's here, and having one of these hats cools you off, and then it's like comfortable wearing because it's like really light, keeps the sun out of your face. I'm not a hat person. I rarely wear hats, but I've been wearing this one off and on. Like sometimes.
We look cute with the hats on.
Yeah, it's kind of like vacation.
A lot of guys want to have like a cigar, and we had like rum tasting. The rum. How did you like the rum?
I'm not a rum drinker, but it was all right. Some of the rum was pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, different. We did coffee tasting too. There's a geisha coffee, which
the
is
geisha
really
coffee?
good.
It'd
Yeah.
be like $1,000 for a pound, right?
Yeah, over 1,000.
It's won like awards for the past 10 years for being the smoothest coffee there is, guys. Seriously, it was so smooth. It didn't have the bitter coffee aftertaste. I don't really like coffee, but that coffee was good.
They said that 1 kilo of it sold at auction for $4,000. So that's the highest price ever sold for coffee. You hear about that coffee that like the cats eat and then they make coffee beans out of it?
This one is not like that. This one is
This-
planted on the side of one of their volcanoes, and it's at a certain elevation, and all the water that they get here from the rainfall, like it's just made here.
They say in the rainforest they could get up to 125 to 130 inches of rain in a year, which is just crazy. Even 1 or 2 days, sometimes they have like 4 or 5
luckily,
inches.
this is the summer season, which means it's drier, and we've only had like a couple little sprinkles, nothing bad. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm just giving you a quick update on our thoughts about the trip. Like I said, Alexander and Roberts is who we booked through. We are not paid by them. We were just giving kind of a review.
I actually like them. The only issue I have was probably with the agent that booked it for us. I wasn't overly impressed with her. I think.
Okay,
thought
yeah, she was mean to him and kind of smart, and she was snappy. She wanted to get things done, and she was moving pretty fast and like charged him.
I could tell you 3 different stories where she did things and blamed me.
That's okay. So we enjoyed the tour thoroughly. Panama is the place to be, guys. Come here if you're cold and you want to get away. Tiff travels the world.
And Q.
We're out.